You know what? Some overweight, we get them at the workplace. Sitting for long hours, not moving, seeing your friends taking a snack, tea, mandazi, what have you, you also want to take. At 11 o'clock, at lunch, at 5 p.m. That sugar in a workplace, we're not saying you don't use it, but there's always moderation. Remember, there's a lot of weight gain even at a workplace. And in this session, we want you to align your work and wellness. I'm Dr. Shedrack Kahindi. Welcome to this session today. Our occupations shape our posture. Let me sit properly. Stress level and eating rhythm. Long sitting hours, missed meals, or shift work disrupts your hormonal balances. I know some of this work you can't do without, but remember, these issues we are dealing with today, when work consumes recovery time, the body stays in a constant low-grade stress state. Cortisol rises, and immunity drops, and cravings increase. Remember what we dealt with in the previous chapter, stress. Therefore, their level of stresses also we find at the work level. And because of that, the weight gain, as you have said. So there's those things that we need to be careful at the work level. And therefore, let's discuss about meaningful work as medicine. How can work be medicine? Yet purposeful work, as God created, can also be a healing. God created man to work. It is a part of a healing. Because when you remember the old days when our parents, our grandparents used to go to the shambas, they're working every time, they live longer. They are using their muscles here and there. But during this time, there's not much like that because of sitting longer. Meaningful work can be a medicine. When your occupation aligns with your strength and values, dopamine and oxytocin, which are hormones, these hormones are hormones of motivation and therefore connect you to rise naturally and to work naturally. So therefore, purpose protects you from burnout, balance sustains that purpose. That's meaningful work. In this chapter, as we're dealing with this, in the workbook, we'll be giving more information on how work can be enjoyable and can help you manage your weight and stay healthy at the workplace. There are 3 zones of occupational health that we want us to delve with today. I want you to know this, and this is what I teach my patients, to always recognize these 3 daily zones. Performance zone, that is the focused and productive work, is done or is achieved when you have meaningful work and you're relaxed at the workplace. The second is pause zone. The pause zone. Short active breaks of breathing, stretching, or water. In other words, after 2 hours, walk around. Make a walk path in the workplace. Go down the stairs. That's important. That's very key. And sometimes the pause zone can also include a nap, a 20-minute nap at lunchtime. It has been shown to rejuvenate you, to make you fresh, and be able to even perform hard tasks before you. The pause zones, very key. The last zone is the peace zone. That is a real time from reflection and leadership. When these 3 zones are balanced, your body operates in harmony, even at a workplace.
I'm just joining Daktari here because I was excited about the performance zone, the pause. I didn't know you can take a nap at work, and then the peace zone. And then I was now looking at the workbook, how intelligently it's done. You said it's at work where we collect a lot of diseases.
Yes.
can skip a meal because of overload. You can overeat because your friends are eating.
Are eating, yes.
So the workbook kind of helps me to evaluate my work routine versus my health.
Yes.
I find this very interesting that somebody can even know how their work affects their sleep quality. It's in the workbook here, actually.
That's true, yes.
Just looking at this. And what about those things you feel when you sat too long?
The posture
Yes.
at the work.
Yeah.
In fact, the back issues. In fact, sometimes you have to make sure that your seat is very properly. Sit upright. And those who, like your laptop now.
Yeah.
Bring your laptop.
Yeah.
You know, the way this laptop is,
You have to.
I'm bending my
bend.
neck. That's not the correct posture
Wow.
because it will strain your neck. With time, I've seen patients who come to me with severe pain and stiffness. This laptop is supposed to be at an eye level.
So you can.
Eye level and just straight ahead of me, not like this, not like this, not like this, like this.
Wow.
Yes, this is the posture, eye level.
Good posture.
Yes.
All that is in the workbook. I also saw it deals with lower back, so you can do a movement and work posture audit, even on your eyes, even your legs. What if your leg is hanging and they have both those high seats? Is that good?
The legs should be,
On the ground?
they should not be hanging. They should be on the ground.
So you can move down?
I can move down. Let me see this seat. This seat moves down.
So this is occupation. So
yes.
people got a lot of disease and they wait in the workplace, right?
Yes.
Well, I really like this workbook. You guys, please get to the workbook. It is the part I like is how you design your work wellness integration plan throughout the day. What time are you going to take a break? What time are you going to, how do you check? Just do an audit of your environment. This data is very useful.
Yes.
And how you get those breathing sessions, water session. We have a session on water?
Yes, session on water,
How
session
to
on
take-
environment, how to make the
Nice,
environment.
nice. In fact, that's going to be our next session on air and environment. Some of you gain weight because you work.